what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life.
Hilarious.
No, no worries.
I said, bro, I'm coaching life. They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life.
Just so The Rock understands this, you're the WCW champion, sucker.
Salute to The Rock, man.
Yo, The Rock was legendary.
Salute to the fucking Rock. For
Why you
trash
think
talk.
he has that crazy ass
Trash Talk 101
now?
now.
It's all because of that WWF shit.
That's a fact.
And niggas thought, well, I mean, people liked him, but that was my favorite wrestler from the go. He picked a lot of people, but yo, he proved to be the
Yo, he
furthest,
sold his character so well. You remember that viral clip that's been on Twitter and stuff like, yo, when he really did the people's elbow in the Versace shirt and the loafers and really slid and like really landed that bitch perfectly. I was like, oh, this nigga about to be a movie star, dog.
Legend.
That movie Walking Tall probably came out the next week, yo.
The first few movies were bad.
The first few movies I actually liked. Yo, what was that movie with that goofy? It was the movie with the guy. It was the white dude, yo, with blonde hair. He used to be casted in everything back in like the late 2000s, yo.
I know what you're talking about.
And it was like
comedy
him, and then like the
Stifler.
comedy Stifler dude.
Nigga
Stifler from American Pie.
American Pie. Yo.
Movies were stale to me. Yo.
I rocked with it. I did rock with it. I
I
can't
watched him
front.
because that was my guy. Yo.
Yeah, I can't front.
He was just
and then
doing
Walking
wild
Tall was
athletic
hard. Like, yo,
feats.
it was like this is over the top. That was the one where he like came back home. I think he was like an ex-vet, and then
he
he
became
like,
the sheriff.
Cause the nigga had the, he remember he got the big ass 2x4 like
Yeah,
wrestling
that was
and
his
beat
thing.
the main nigga at the end. Like, yo, stop it. He didn't
go in
kill
there,
anybody.
all gangsters, yo. just
Niggas
straight
have hella
2x4.
assault rifles. He just throw a rock at a nigga and just come in with the 2x4.
Come crashing through a fucking concrete wall with his shoulder.
Yeah,
Yo. He was a wild
the
nigga.
concrete
Yo.
wall shoulder
He
nigga
used to
for
like
a long
smashing
time, yo.
concrete with his shoulder.
Just
yo.
break through a wall, yo. Just let niggas know how strong he is.
One of the cheesy ones I actually liked, and I know it wasn't necessarily good, but I just enjoyed it, was Rampage, yo.
Rampage.
Solid.
It
It
I
wasn't
remember
that
I
bad.
slandered that movie with George. It
I
wasn't George the
saw
monkey that
that.
he was
Yeah,
cool with.
I saw that flying home from when we went to Bali.
I
that
can't
time.
judge though. I watch hella wild shit.
Yeah, I saw that shit. It was bad. It was. I mean, it's not bad. It's just
You know,
not.
it's
You
not
know what I
a
mean?
great plotted movie, but you know, we got
He did his
respect for
thing in
bad,
it.
good movies.
Yeah,
It's a bad, good movie.
And for our age bracket, Rampage is mad nostalgic.
Right,
Anyway,
so-
I remember that
Yeah, the
game.
game.
Yo.
The game was
You had it on
legendary.
Game Boy?
No, we had it on. I think it was. I think
It was
they
one of them
revamped it
systems.
on N64.
Saturn or some shit
No, it was
like that.
N64, but it was like they put it on there, and it was like Rampage World Tour or something like that. And it was like the werewolf, the lizard, and then George the monkey.
Yeah,
Yo, that shit was hard, nigga.
fire.
That shit was ultra hard.
But I played that clip in honor of us going out on Halloween last week. Well, me going out on Halloween last week, I should say. I was Sub-Zero last week, but it was two tough ass costumes that I saw. One was the white lady that decided to be the inflatable tube man that be outside the car dealership.
That's funny.
Hilarious. Because
That's
she
funny.
started doing the
She
wild
started doing
ass
the
movement.
moves,
So
the
it
moves
was
like the
mad
wind
funny.
was blowing, yo.
Mad funny.
That's
and then
tough.
second place was definitely homie that dressed up as The Rock's headshot photo with the fanny pack.
Yo had the fanny
Good.
pack and the Versace
He had the fanny pack,
shirt
everything,
with
yo.
the,
It was
with the
fire.
shades.
It was fire. Yo. He looked just like that nigga. I was dying.
Yeah, everybody knows what that looks like.
One thing I can say about Halloween, though, boy, that She-Hulk costume on white people came dangerously close to blackface within the setting indoors. You got to be careful.
Almost blackface.
Yo, almost got me upset when I seen the one. I was like, I know she don't got blackface. And then I seen the light shine on her and it was the green. I was like, all right, I respect it. You know what I mean?
That would have been nuts. What's the light shined on her and it was
a blackface.
That would have been a wild ass shit, yo. That would have been some Curb Your Enthusiasm shit. Cause we just chills, niggas. You would have just been looking.
I'm sitting
eyes
there
would've been
looking
like,
dumb as
what the
hell,
fuck?
yo. Like, and it was mad white people in there. Halloween is white people holiday,
Yeah,
for the most
facts,
part.
facts.
So it was a hefty amount of white people in there.
Oh yeah, you know they love Halloween. That shit weird how much they love that. Then nigga have a whole cemetery in the front yard.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah, I had the unfortunate thing to do, which was drive during the evening through like I had to go through this neighborhood to get somewhere,
yeah.
and it was in Capitol. Damn, I don't want to get the wrong.
Capitol Heights.
Yeah, I think I was in Capitol Heights. It was
So you was
somewhere
close
around
to
there.
DC?
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you're
think it
talking
was
about.
Capitol Heights.
I think you're right.
But anyway, long story long, They took it so serious. All the streets was flooded in this joint. I had to like do a wild detour. I was mad when the cop told me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Shut down
though.
the street with the cops. They
real
with it.
So
they real with it.
Couldn't drive through. And this is for blocks on
Yeah,
blocks, dog.
but you gotta think with that Halloween shit, it's almost like the neighborhoods with like the real nice Christmas lights. Like niggas know where to go where it's like this is safe. We're gonna get candy. Everybody's gonna participate.
Gotta go to the neighborhood with the big ass
Niggas
home.
not going to the hood spot where like something might happen, yo.
The detour they gave me extended my trip by 15 minutes.
That's tight. I'm tight with that.
That's annoying.
Extra 15 minutes is like 3 to 5 gallons of gas, yo. Like I'm not happy. I'm not a happy camper at this point.
Yeah. And before we get going too much, we gotta say, Coach Class Pod, y'all gotta like, rate, subscribe. This episode 224. I'm at 234.
Yeah, we said that wrong last week.
234. My bad.
That was my
we gotta
fault.
give a big shout out to the homie Jordan Bryant. I don't know what it is yet, but I saw you post something about 11/11. I hope that's one of them
my
first
anticipation, I'm itching like
Tuesday,
a fiend,
Wednesday,
son.
or Thursday
Drop
singles. And we also gotta give a big shout to Jarrell, yo. I don't think we gave him a shout out last week, but that's a classic. Appreciate
we
you,
gave him
bro.
a subtle one.
Thank you kindly. And your Eagles beat the Texans. I just watched that
God
game,
damn,
and I have
bro.
Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, and they both got me double-digit points. So I appreciate you.
And I'm playing against their running back and their tight end, so I'm probably gonna lose. I respect the Eagles.
Nah, they actually got a good team this year.
Did we play them?
But the
niggas?
Texans are also cheeks.
Did we play the Eagles this year? I know the Steelers played them.
I gotta look at the schedule.
the
To
Eagles
be
don't
honest,
play
I don't think so.
All right, bet.
They
I'm
play
good.
only like 2 teams.
So we only see them in the Super Bowl if we make it.
I believe.
Yeah.
Cool.
How'd it feel to be in Tampa last week?
Yeah, man. Oh, I forgot all about that. So let me give first off, the trip itself overall, you know how I normally have like tumultuous situations when I be flying or crazy. It was perfect. It wasn't that far of a distance that I had to go. That was probably why. But it was a good overall trip. Everything worked out. Salute to Brandon that came through on the pod. He was on my flight down there. He was down there in Tampa.
I saw
as well.
Brandon down there flexing with the Ravens chain on.
Yeah, he hit me. Like, you got to understand, when I'm in the airport, I'm really not trying to talk to nobody that's in the airport. So I'm going to just have my mask on and shit and my little headphones in and my neck pillow around my neck.
Homie Keys.
I left my neck pillow at home. He had sent me a message via Instagram and I didn't see it. Or else I would have saw him before he got on the flight. I didn't see him until we landed in New York because we had to fly up to New York and then fly down to Tampa. It was dumb.
Okay.
Some dumb shit.
No, that makes sense,
But
though.
you know how flights go. But luckily, our flight from New York was only like an hour, not even an hour, like a few minutes after we landed. Like, we had to just go straight over to the terminal and just jump on the next flight down there. Yeah. Perfect. But we get down there, touchdown, meet with my boy Mike, who also came through on the pod. Salute to Mike as well. And his wife.
Shout out Mike, man.
Yeah, his
and
wife,
the wife,
was down
man.
there.
Y'all
Salute
tough,
to Sade
bro.
as well. We had a good time. We ended up going to first watch pretty much every morning. You know what I mean, to get the breakfast.
Classy.
Good. I didn't know they served drinks. I didn't know that they serve drinks in at least that one that's down there.
I didn't know that either.
I haven't been inside of a first watch in a while. I usually order that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you if I get it. It's been a long time since I've been in. No wealth.
They charge you
No
$40 for a $25 meal.
Wealth, yo. No, don't ever throw the wealth card on me like that. But
My fault. No wealth.
the next day was the game, of course. I'm out there. We got there pretty early. Mike says, yo, I'm trying to go throw at this little, because they had this little ring thing set up that you could go throw into the rings and you get some kind of prize. It wasn't a truck. I think I alluded to that on my Instagram stories that I could win a truck if I would have won, but it wasn't. It was some kind of prize that you get.
Yeah.
But I'm walking up with Mike. It's a pretty good line to get into this shit. Mike is telling me about how he been working with a throwing coach and shit like that. I'm like, okay, I respect that. I mean, I knew how to throw since I was a little kid, but you know, I respect it if you're working with
Honestly,
the coach
if you had
now.
the confidence level, yo, you could have really been like a
Yo,
Brett
I
Favre
really
ass
could have
nigga.
been
well, not
nice
Brett Favre,
with this
a
nigga,
nice
son.
quarterback.
I have a cannon. I still have it.
Yo, I remember that shit.
Yo,
Even when we
I
was
really
little,
still
yo,
have
you
it,
remember
yo.
I used to gas you with the
Yo,
baseball and shit. I'm
y'all
like, yo,
really
my
used to
brother
call me
really got
Rich
the arm,
Gannon
yo.
out
Yeah.
there, yo. Like,
My
Rich
brother really
Gannon
got
is
the arm,
hilarious,
yo.
yo.
Like,
I still think about that.
I just was
I was
confident,
all-time
yo. You
quarterback
could
because
actually do
numbers
it.
wasn't even when we was playing
Yeah.
in the back, so I always had to be all-time quarterback.
Yeah.
Yo. It was fire, yo. Throwing balls up to Garrett.
We used to be out there.
Nigga
smacking
mad
each other.
athletic, yo. Why is that nigga so
Shout
athletic?
out Garrick, man. Yo, Durant already solidified it. You was the LeBron James of the neighborhood,
Facts.
yo.
You dominated the
Definitely
neighborhood
was,
for years.
yo.
But
LeBron, yo.
we get up there, right? He goes like how he was setting up. I immediately knew that he really didn't learn anything. Or the guy that's teaching him, if this is what he's teaching you, you
Yeah.
might want to get another fucking.
Finessing for the bag, yo.
Because he go to hold it up like this, you know, the extra form and shit, making sure the ball is in hand. Like, you don't got to do
You
all
don't
that.
have to do all that.
That
You
shit
just
should
gotta
be
have
in
it
hand.
where it feel comfortable when you let that bitch go.
No. The first one he threw, it was a big inflatable helmet over top of the area. He hit the top of the fucking helmet. We was only like 15 yards out. We wasn't that far out.
But I know some niggas that don't have an arm. No disrespect.
I love Mike, yo, but
you might be
nigga, that
fast.
was a terrible
You might be
throw.
crafty. You might be something. But yo, everybody don't got an
God
arm.
damn, that was a terrible throw, yo. I almost hit the 50 ball. I missed 2 of them totally.
I saw the video. You
know what I
definitely
mean?
look
And
sharp
I definitely
out there.
hit
I was
one.
like, this nigga
yo.
still
My
got
arm
an
is still
arm.
there. I can still do it. I know it now. Now that I just did that,
Yo,
I can
you
get
might
out
gotta
there
be the
and
right
hum
baseball coach, yo, and
I
then
can hum that
gas the pitcher up,
It's
yo, get him
still
the right
there, yo.
form, yo.
It's still there. But anyway, we continue on at the game. We end up behind this shit where the Amazon pregame show is with Richard Sherman.
You know, I was watching that
the
vividly
lineman,
to try
yeah.
to find you, yo. When
Mom
I
and them
called
are
you, you
claiming that
said,
they
yo,
saw me.
Nigga,
They
I
claim
was
they
watching
saw me,
hard
yo.
because like everybody was up close on the like
Yeah, we was
little
right
spot
there.
that
We was
set you
right
up.
behind them niggas, like directly
When I
behind.
called you, you was like, yo, I'm right behind Tony
Fitzpatrick.
Gonzalez. I was like, yo, I'm watching the
We was
pregame.
right behind Fitzpatrick. Literally, that's the middle of the camera line, yo. Like we
Yeah.
was right behind this nigga, yo. So
didn't
I was
see-
hoping niggas saw
Fitzpatrick
us.
looked like a cocaine dealer.
Nigga, it's hilarious, yo.
This
Track
nigga
suit
had like a
with the
feline
taco meat
sweatsuit
out.
on, yo,
No,
with the
that
taco
was
meat
that
out.
good
Yeah,
Dolce and Gabbana or some
Gabbana
shit like
yeah.
that. Don't play with
But
Fitz.
it looked like
That's
the old
Fitz magic.
90s feline sweatsuit.
It was a
fit.
good
I'm like,
fit.
yo, he
Get the
looked
good
like he sells
shades,
cocaine right
nice
now.
chain on. He was coming out there dapping people up. It was a guy there that was dressed like him for, I guess, Halloween, which was hilarious. He looked just like him.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good time. It was good to see Richard Sherman
That
and all
nigga
them niggas do
Fitzpatrick
their
was
thing.
bumping that push it to the limit.
But you know the craziest thing is you can't hear them talk. Like, why you
Because
there?
everybody yelling and shit. They
No.
got headphones on where it's like us.
But it would seem like you would hear what they saying somewhat. You don't hear shit.
They got really.
They mixing it like us.
They got
That is
excellent
crazy.
Equipment. They can just
Yeah.
talk regular.
Because
Yeah.
if you ever
Exactly.
if you ever noticed, they got those earplugs
With
in
like
and a mic.
it was
like
a
right
band.
here or here
It was
or
a
here or
band
here.
directly behind them.
Yeah.
Drummers getting it in. Y'all did y'all hear any of that?
It's an engineer mixing all that,
Amazon,
yo.
yo.
Insane,
It's an
bro.
engineer mixing
We
all
gotta
that,
get
bro.
there, yo. We gotta get the equipment. That's wild.
Nah, if you got the right, because it's a mixing board where you can have like live audio and somebody could be in the headphones and hear what you're hearing and then just turn the background vocals up, turn this up,
Nah, that shit
turn
cold.
that up.
They had
doing
us
a
out there.
fantastic job for y'all know all the stuff behind the scenes.
I know.
They doing a
Push it
fantastic
to
job.
the
They got-
limit.
That's a fact.
You remember he hit the high note, yo?
I forgot he went off at the end of it.
That's
yo.
when he was ultra coked up. Zay and I was talking about that before, yo. That studio session was probably nuts, yo.
Oh yeah, they was doing big coke in there.
No,
Yo.
bro, he
Mountains
sound
of
like-
coke.
He sound like he was bound up.
It
yo.
was mountains of coke in there. They just was shaving away from it, yo, just
Yeah.
as they wanted with the finger.
Yeah, that nigga was in a robe,
bumps.
yo.
There's
In
a lot
robe
of
doing the
bumps
whole
going
shit.
on.
This is what I knew in the party. He was like, "You gotta
He had hella wild notes. I'm like, yo, he was wild confident in the studio.
Y'all niggas hilarious, man.
He was wild confident in the stew.
Yeah, but we get inside the stadium, walk around that joint. They allow you on their first level to walk around to where that ship is and everything. It was a very nice stadium. The people there are pretty cool too. Surprisingly, way more Ravens fans than I anticipated. It's probably because it's a nice area.
And it was the perfect time of the season before it get like where the weather gonna be nasty and it's raining a lot. It
And
was
it was a
like
perfect-
still warm out, yo. It was
Perfect
a
weather
nice
time
night.
down there. It rained only like a few times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
True that. True.
That's
that.
why it's a good travel spot because everybody be like, "Yo, it's still gonna be warm." Yo.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
if it get cold up here.
80 something degrees. It was nice down there, motherfucker. I had shorts on. Game was, of course, a little stressful at first, but we ended up whooping their ass a little bit,
That was
and
a
it
good
felt
one
great.
to catch, bro.
God damn, because we talked about it on the last episode. I thought we was gonna fuck around and get blown out when I went down there.
Tom Brady definitely that first quarter he was like, I'm vintage Tom right now, and then he turned into Thomas Brady.
Yeah, we killed it. Getting there, of course, people was a little overly drunk. One nigga was stumbling into the game. This was before the game
That
started.
nigga was on vacation in Tampa. He probably
was
was
bugging
drinking
out.
all day.
He was bugging out. You can't get that smack, yo.
I'm not judging you, bro.
Stumbling drunk from the beginning of the game.
That's wild to
I've
me,
been
but I wouldn't do
with
that.
those people. You know, respectfully, like I've been to a number of games, yo. They be walking in, you be like,
This
yo,
nigga
they're
was
not
tailgating from
Nigga,
1
if you
o'clock.
look at the right people at a Baltimore Ravens game
what I'm
at
saying.
Yeah,
the
that's
one
right.
that started, I'm like, nigga, you're not even going to
I don't know why I'm
this
acting
shit.
like I'm new.
Yeah.
I've seen this shit every
you
week.
definitely
yo.
true to this, bro. Like,
I'm
you,
true to
you
this
definitely
shit.
not new.
You want to
yo.
know what's funny? They don't tailgate like that really for like baseball games too tough. Like,
Yeah.
if any.
Yeah.
I feel like
Football,
yo,
they be wild.
I feel like they be more cooked at the baseball games than the football games. Yo.
You know, I think the most cooked fans are Buffalo Bills fans.
Well, they wild
when I saw a
jumping
nigga
the
jump
tables.
off like a fucking
Yeah.
like
different.
fucking
It might be
16
Philadelphia
wheeler big
fans.
rig off the top over into a table,
It might
a
be
regular like desk job nigga, I'm like, he's sauced right
You
now.
seen them niggas in
No
at
way
the World
anybody would
Series
think that was a good idea.
sitting on top of the stadium?
That's wild. I didn't
Oh,
know
you
that.
talking about the Phillies?
Yeah,
game? That's
Philadelphia is a wild
Standing
city.
on, like on top of the lights.
That's the only city I won't go visit. Like a visiting game, I won't go to them. Like I went to a Sixers game when I was a Thunder fan. But
Clips up now.
I went up there. It's clips up though. It's all clips up. It's always been clips up. Truthfully.
Not gonna say anything
One joint I
egregious.
ain't want to go to if I was opposing fan is when they was the Raiders in Oakland.
Yeah. Oakland
yeah.
as well.
People was getting beat up regularly.
Yo,
Bad.
didn't the last Oakland game when we blew? Remember, like this was like
Oh, no,
I
I
think
think
this was like the last like Flacco prime year, and this was like the last blowout Flacco had where we got like 50 points. This was one of the random games I went to. It was like 52-12. I think an Oakland fan stabbed a nigga, yo. I definitely think somebody died off that game, yo.
see that happen.
They be wilding, yo. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it, yo.
Yeah, yo,
Oakland's a
it's
We
wild
like
place.
football, yo. We could get upset and have a hasty argument, but you
Because I can
can't
guarantee you they're gonna play again
physically
next week.
assault or murder somebody out there off of that.
They're gonna play again next week unless it's week 17 though. So
Nah, that nigga was
you just
mad
did
as
that
shit.
for no reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you really break it down to that process, they keep playing.
Yeah.
You go to jail now.
And they make money, and you go to prison, bro.
Come on, bro.
He said to this day.
You gotta think a little
He
bit.
was going crazy out there, yo.
Gotta think a little bit. But continuing on, game was good. Next day, there was a top 10 steakhouse. They have a sign out there that say they one of the top like 10 steakhouses in the country. I don't know how true it is. It's called Charlie's Steakhouse. Steak was good as a motherfucker though.
I remember you told me you got it.
Nice little 12-ounce joint of the filet mignon centerpiece.
Yo,
joint.
you a bougie
You know what I
nigga.
mean?
You got the filet,
the-
not the ribeye, not
With the
not
lobster
the
bisque.
strip.
You know what I mean? Lobster bisque. And they had these
good as
big
shit.
cheese biscuits joints, yo. These were some of the best fucking
Yo,
biscuits.
the
I
lobster
had,
bisque
nigga.
and a nice steak is already elite.
With
anyway.
the salad.
I feel like any
with
elite
the house
steakhouse
salad.
has
I think
that,
I had a
yo.
house salad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the blue cheese though. I got blue cheese on.
I've
my
been
shit.
to Capitol Grill and Del Frisco's, and they both had that on the menu. So you already know what time it is.
That filet mignon.
Yeah.
You gotta call it filet
Filet
mignon.
mignon.
Yeah, I prefer that ribeye.
I almost did the ribeye, but I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
I
hold
like
you. It
the
was
ribeye.
way
I
more.
got like a filet
It was way more money. Like that was the only
But see,
reason I didn't do
I'm
it.
nasty 'cause
I almost got
yo.
the tomahawk shit, but I was like, I ain't coming out the
Tomahawk
store
would've
with
been
the
crazy.
tomahawk. Yo, that's crazy.
But the tomahawk low key is just
Because
a
you
thick
know,
ribeye.
let me set that up. I forgot when I went. See, I didn't go down there with in mind that I would potentially run into a steakhouse, so I didn't have fresh clothes. You know what I mean? I just had like wear around clothes,
Yeah, hood
sweatpants, shorts.
Came
and
in
shit
there with
like
a
that.
do rag on him.
Yes.
This nigga.
So I walk in
this
there.
motherfucker outta
I'm
here.
the only nigga with a mask on. One, I was the only nigga with a mask
Trying to
on.
rob somebody.
Two, I had a t-shirt on and some sweatpants with my motherfucking what's some shits called? What's some shits at the door?
It's so sketchy.
What's some shits the little slip-on shits that I be wearing?
Crocs.
I had my Crocs on.
How you forget Crocs, bro?
So as I'm coming out the hotel, it's raining. So I'm a little bit wet getting over there, but the hotel was right next door to us. I was like, you know what? I'm not going all the way back up to my room to get a coat.
Yeah.
I'm running through this rain, yo.
I would've did the same.
I
It's
ran
like
through the
80
rain, yo,
outside,
in
yeah.
Crocs. You know what I mean, I
My
get in
feet
that
was
bitch.
wet as a bitch.
I get in that bitch drenched with rain,
Those
yo.
like Tom Hanks off
Yo, they was
Castaway.
looking at me crazy, like, yo, can I help you, sir? Like, yo, I came to pick up an order. I said I was gonna be here 7:30. It's 7:32. Y'all ain't got my meal. Where's my meal?
Yeah.
It took about 25 minutes for them to actually get the meal out there. But get back to the crib, crush that shit, go to
Delicious.
sleep. End up having to get up pretty early to fly back. That was pretty much the trip. It was a good trip though.
That sound like a great trip,
Wasn't
yo.
wild.
You got to see the Ravens win.
Oh, I
on
did
a
go out
Thursday night
Friday a
game.
little bit. I went down to the area that they called a mall, but it was just literally like a shopping center. Like,
Okay.
This was like Route 40s shopping center up there where I used to work
So
at.
was that
the
40
Sprint store.
in,
It was basically
Tampa?
that extended a little bit with a super Walmart.
Yo,
Like,
I was
nigga,
at
this
the
is
super
not a mall.
Walmart.
This is not a mall.
You was at
Unless
the
I
super
went the wrong way.
Walmart.
I might have went the wrong way, but I think that's where he told me to go. So.
But you still getting to experience different shit. I ain't mad, yo.
Yeah.
I ain't mad.
It was a good trip. Good overall trip, man.
For a second, I thought Rich handed Lamar the sign. You feel me?
Oh yeah, to pay him, yo. You was like, sign this real quick, partner.
I was like,
I was like, there's turmoil in the locker room. There's turmoil in the locker room.
Yeah, that's my guy. Man.
I already knew, yo. I was like, why are we fronting on this nigga? Like, yo, he's not the greatest thing ever. Because, yo, the thing that the coaches don't give Lamar credit for is, like, the plays that he does make in bad games, he's the only player in the league that can do that.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, we can find another guy that will be able to make this play. Like, when it's some, like, broken play and he break, like, a 30-yard run, like, this is the only nigga. Or he, like, juke 4 niggas and throw a precision pass to somebody 35 yards.
He's cold.
Not everybody's doing that.
Don't deny that man.
Yeah.
Pay that man.
Yeah.
He gonna get paid. It's one or the other.
I wish Rich would have gave him that sign.
You know what made me hype though?
That would have been tough.
Crazy.
I
He
was
would have had to
hyped
come through the podcast, but you're still gonna come through one day anyway.
One day he will be here. Yeah, we're gonna have Lamar right here, or right here on this side. I'll be right there, or maybe in our studio situation once we have. But
I'm not divulging anything.
good game. Little nervous about the Saints joint. Andrew sound like he gonna be out. We should beat them niggas. Though.
Yo,
I think we could beat them niggas.
when I tell
They have quote unquote they heard the best linebackers in the league on their team. DeMarco Davis, I think is his name, is one of
that
them.
linebacker we got is crazy though.
Roquan.
He's on my second fantasy league. Like,
Salute to Roquan.
I was, this
He's
nigga
leading
get
the
like
league in
5
tackles.
to 7 tackles
Yeah.
a game, yo.
He's leading the league.
Every game.
That's exactly what they need. He don't
Yo,
miss tackles.
I didn't
That's
even,
what we fucking need.
I didn't
Zay
even,
is right.
I didn't
bro.
even know, yo. My fantasy league I was in, I did like the first like 7 or 8 picks.
Yeah.
And then it was like when you gotta get defensive players and stuff. I had never been in a league like that. I got, yo.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is nice,
It's a
bro.
dog, man.
It's another outside linebacker too on Buffalo, yo. White guy with like the
Alonzo?
brunette mullet, like
about
yo,
Alonzo?
nigga, nice, yo.
Probably Alonzo.
He's nice, bro. When the last game I watched, I think they was playing against like Kansas City or somebody. It was a formidable opponent.
Edmonds. They
He
got
was
dogs.
out there
And they
smacking
got dogs
shit,
in
bro.
the. They got.
The last game?
I don't remember I think it was Sunday. He was smacking that game too.
They nice.
Yeah, Buffalo
Defense
cold.
nice.
Yeah, he was smacking that game for sure.
Buffalo cold for sure.
Yo, my coworker, not coworker, one of my friends, she told me a funny story, yo. So she works in a predominantly white workspace. And she said last week when Rihanna had dropped the single for the second Black Panther, an older white guy that clearly doesn't listen to that asked her, did she like hear the
Did you
single?
catch that new Rihanna?
Yo,
That's how they be doing, yo, to try to fit in with you.
covert racism needs to be called out, yo. Since we being so subtle, yo, you can't say shit like that, yo.
I don't think it's covert racism. I think it's more of them trying to
like
find
make
a
you
way to
comfortable,
identify.
Like I'm
and
identifying.
then it just comes off as like, nigga, how do you
But
even know I
that's-
listen to Rihanna?
Yo, but
I might
man,
listen to fucking Blink 182 and shit
Yeah,
every day.
yo.
Man. That's the only group I listen to.
I
How you
told
know?
her she should have told him like I don't even know who that is. Who is that?
Nah,
Like then I would have threw him off
That's how you
the
do it, yo.
throw them motherfuckers for a loop. Like what?
I told you
Black
that should be
people
the
don't
answer
listen to this?
every time, yo. I don't
Can
know
you name me a
anything
song?
about that.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
You know that one.
Rihanna. That motherfucker would have been like, dun dun dun.
They know Jay-Z, so they probably would did Umbrella.
Yeah.
They all know Jay. They be like, oh, I know Jay. That's Beyonce's husband.
Under
They
my
all know
umbrella,
Jay-Z.
Ella. Hey. Them niggas suck, bro.
I'm not gonna say anything. Yo, shout out Cuzzo. Kamal came through last weekend, so I was busy Saturday night last weekend, but with the ESPN Plus, obviously when the fights happen, you have them on there. I tapped into the Lomachenko-Ortiz fight last week with Kamal.
Loma.
He might not be the Matrix no more, yo.
Yeah. Did he
He
win?
might not be the Matrix. Because you remember when he fought Comey, it was like, this is a convincing ass beating where he's like, I'm way too nice for you, nigga. Like,
He was fighting in a war just not too long ago. Nigga. Like, we gotta give him a little leeway.
Was he out there?
He was on the
that-
front lines from
was
what
that
I heard. Him and Lomachenko. I mean, him and the
Was
the
that
big
just
Klitschko
propaganda?
twins. The Klitschko
Was that just
twins
for the
was on
media to
front
get
line.
everybody
I
motivated?
Need the footage.
They was out there.
I never seen him with a chopper.
That nigga was
Never
in
seen
the
him with a chopper,
motherfucking
yo.
hammock in his backyard chilling.
Yo,
sipping
it's a lot of
mimosas.
shit been going on. Prayers up to all y'all, but I ain't never seen you with a chopper,
I
Chad.
need to see him throw a grenade. Yo.
Never
I
had
ain't
a
see
need.
it. They went
Nah,
to
he
war.
never was
They
on his
went to war
commando
for
shit.
2 months, Mike. The shit got lit.
They took 2 pictures with a bunch of soldiers.
But I feel like
build morale. They was building morale with the boxers, yo. That's mad.
They're like
funny,
Lomachenko, man, inspirational. We don't got a lot of Ukrainian motherfuckers that's really doing it.
We ain't got to really put him out there, but put him in a uni.
This nigga be beating niggas' asses.
He could really build the
morale.
Is that war still going on, yo?
Get everybody confident.
He took pictures every other day and then flew right back to Poland.
Facts.
Went right back to training boxing because he still was in shape. He made weight. It wasn't no. But granted, Lomachenko is a naturally 135 nigga as well. Because what I realized and what I think is going to get his ass beat in the future, he's a naturally 135 nigga.
He should really be
if you fight Devin Haney, he's going to beat the shit out of him just off of the distance alone he could keep from him.
Really
and he not as quick as he used to be.
Gotcha.
Shakur Stevenson, same thing. Tank, just stronger than him. He don't want no smoke with Cruz. He don't want no smoke with none of the niggas that's nice. Low key, even Kambosos might be able to give him a tough test.
A decent fight.
He might be able to give him a tough. If he fights like that last fight against Ortiz, it's going to be a tough test.
I can see him fighting a nigga like that next, Lomachenko. I can see him doing it.
It's going to be a tough test. He might lose.
He gonna train. He gonna be focused for Devin Haney because he know how nice he is. And they should have fought Devin already. They shouldn't have tried to weasel around here with that franchise belt.
Yeah.
It's only gonna be worse now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like, because they may have been able to squeeze one off, but the longer you wait, he's getting more in his prime, he's getting bigger, he's getting more confident, he's getting smarter, and you just getting older, yo.
Yeah.
And Devin Haney,
they gotta hope he's drained by the time
Devin Haney last fight against Kambosos, like you said, if it's a fighter that gives you a tough test the first time, right? And you accept the rematch, you fight him in his place in Australia, and you beat this shit out of this nigga like he doesn't win a round. Like, the only arguable round is the first round when they was filling each other out. Everything else was just like weave, bow, 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 bow. Weave. Like, you could tell from their faces. Yeah. This nigga was on social media in the club after Devin Haney. Like, Kambosos probably still lumped up, yo.
Probably was in the hospital.
Yeah.
What's the Australian clubs looking like, yo?
I don't know, but they had some decent undercards that night.
Everywhere.
I can't front.
It's clubs everywhere, yo.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
I know they getting.
Oh, you talking about clubs?
I know they
You
getting
say he was
in
in the club
Kambosos.
after.
Yeah,
he was definitely in there.
It's probably just a different vibe than here, all in all.
I tell you, I was in the club in Europe. It's definitely different, yo.
Yeah? What's the
Definitely
difference? What would you say is the difference? I never been in Europe.
I tell this story like in a joking way, but not really joking. All right, so first of all, they just play the music that just be having you going all night.
Yeah, they be in that bitch. La da dee, la da da,
and then
la
DJ
da
be
dee.
super focused. Nah, not that. No, sir. No, sir. But it'd be like a whole line of, like, they took us to a real joint where it was like the line. We like got cool with some people that's from like Rome when we was in Rome, like that time. But one of the main things I say is the demographics is crazy. You can see somebody old, middle, and young.
Okay.
And this is the story I'll be telling. It's a joke, but it's not. It's definitely not a joke. I'm not lying. The later the night was getting, the younger they was getting. I swear when we was leaving, because we was like, yo, first of all, it's mad. It's like 3-something. And it looked like 14 years walking in smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
14, 15-year-old kids. I said, it's time to go, yo. Well,
let's get out of here.
It wasn't necessarily in the club, but they was walking in the area like they about to party. I'm like,
that's when all the characters from Hostel was coming in. Like, it seems sketchy. We shouldn't be here right now.
A 65-year-old guy, he was kissing like some chick in her 20s. Like, when we got, it was crazy, yo.
Get it in, beloved.
It was definitely wild, yo.
I'm not hating. 65-20.
But we had a good time.
It's legality.
At a certain time, we was like,
that boy
it's
was
time
cooking.
for all of us to go, yo.
That old man was
That's
cooking.
your black Negro senses, though. Like, yo, you just like, yo,
sometimes it's time to get out of there.
3 a.m. This seems a little like it's not supposed to be.
When we was at the Halloween
right
shit, I started looking around. I started getting a little late. I was like, all right, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. I'm in a Sub-Zero costume with my arms out. I got basically a muscle shirt on. I don't want to be out here too much longer. It's cold.
Yeah, yo was out there doing that.
Gotta understand.
He's not the Lin Kuei. Is he the Lin Kuei?
Lin Kuei.
Yo was a member of the Lin Kuei.
I didn't want to be called racist online, but I almost posted myself in a Sub-Zero costume and said Lin Nigga Kuei as the
that wouldn't have been
subtitle.
racist.
Yeah,
I don't think the Lin Kuei is a real thing anyway.
Yeah, me neither. But I didn't know how to spell it. I didn't want to be, and then put up like Asian symbols under it and everything. I could have really got racist with that shit, man. You know,
ultra racism.
Yeah, you don't want to be too racist with these niggas, man.
Yo, know something I'm mad at you about, yo?
What?
So HBO Max, I think you said you and someone went to see it. and it's on HBO Max now.
Barbarian.
Nigga, that shit was wild.
Ass. That shit was ass.
No, it wasn't ass, yo.
It wasn't that good.
It wasn't good, but
You
it
thought
was
it was
wild.
scary?
That big ass bitch that came out the cut in the dark.
It was
I
scary.
was scared.
It was scary.
Nigga.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I was like, yo, who the fuck is this
Like
bitch?
I said, but then I say on there, it has scenes that get you. Like it's got scenes that get you, nigga.
She ran out the dark and bit the nigga in the neck. Now it was unbelievable.
She was bad big, yo. She was crazy looking though. Like that was a wild ass movie.
I believe the main character, low key, they should have killed him early. He was a pedophile. He should have got locked up. Cause when he threw Shorty off the building, that was really
wild, yo.
She was really saved this nigga hella times.
He definitely did that.
He really did some shiesty shit.
Like if you in the movie,
He's
there's
the
a
white
character.
shiesty, yo.
Yeah, there's a character that is allegedly
And only
going
with the
through
shiesty
something.
name actually meaning shiesty.
He went to the property thinking he had more space to sell and shit. This nigga
this
almost
was nuts.
Yo, it was crazy. Barbarian.
And the way they did it, it was like,
we definitely went to the movies to
yeah.
see that.
Cause the crazy thing is I watched the first half, fell asleep. Then Kamal came through and I watched the rest after the fight. And I'm like, yo, I think it's some shit where it's like Pulp Fiction, where it's like different parts of the story, but like you get the beginning, end, this, that, the third. Cause I didn't realize it took place in the same house. At first I thought it was separate stories. Like when the new white boy came up, I'm like, oh, this some
other
they about to make multiple different horror joints. And
But he just owned the property.
yeah, it was over time at that same property in Detroit.
Wild. Pretty wild.
Yeah, the big earth
fucking
stomper lady was creepy to me, yo. That was weird to me.
When she jumped, yo, she was wild, yo.
Yeah.
She was crazy looking, man.
Wild, yo.
They had to kill
Definitely
her.
wild, yo.
Incest.
This kind of off, but kind of a similar joint because of wild stuff. But like, because you said Detroit, so my mind started thinking about. Have y'all ever seen? And it's an older joint. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't remember it. It was basically they walked in a house. There was some younger white people. It was in Detroit, and it was the guy that can't. Don't breathe.
Oh yeah,
That movie is really good.
I've never seen it.
Crazy.
That
I've heard
movie
it's
is
really
actually
good.
really
I've never
good.
seen both of them.
Nah, the first one was really good.
Yeah, I
the
gotta
blind
see
dude, he just straight in that
I heard
motherfucker
that shit
getting it
mad
in.
good. But I heard
he was cooking
only got
people,
somebody
too.
down
He
there in
got
the
to the
basement.
basement?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cooking folks.
Crazy, yo.
He was cooking folks.
Yeah.
No, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really from here, yo, I really gotta you got anything else?
As far as if we was getting into shit we was
I get
watching
music-y, though,
slightly,
if I'm not
yeah, we
talking
might as well
about
go ahead
notes,
and
yeah.
shit we was watching a little bit. I caught this shit called The Good Nurse on Netflix.
I've heard
You
of
heard
it,
that?
but I've never seen it.
About the nigga Charles Cullen, who was he was a serial killer basically, but he was a nurse. So what he was doing, he just he hit the what's the little bag that got the fluid in it? That's on top of
IV.
the IV bag.
IV, yeah.
Hit the IV bag with a little bit of
Sodium
insulin
and
in
water,
there.
basically.
He throws some extra insulin in there and lets you die slow over time. He was like a serial killer. It was wild. It's basically his movie. I didn't know anything about this nigga. It's insane.
The Good Nurse, and it's based on a true story.
Yeah. This guy's locked up still. He's in jail right now.
I thought he was gonna say he put the fent in the bag.
No, it was 2 drugs. Insulin is the only one I can remember the name of. The other one was
definitely
some
put the
wild
fent
shit.
in
You know how they had the shit with the extra syllables in medical fields. It'd be mad syllables on their words. I don't really know all of them. So insulin is the one that I know. But yeah, he was cooking people. And it was Buddy
that
that
sound hard. Well, not hard.
I don't know
but
if you're gonna
interesting.
recognize this, but you ever watch Harry Potter? You ain't really
I know
fuck
the
with Harry Potter,
characters.
right? So Dumbledore had movies that came out recently. The Fantastic
yes,
Beasts.
yes,
He's
yes.
one. He's the main nigga. Not the main nigga.
Don't he got like 3
But he's
movies
in
by
there.
himself or some
Yeah.
shit? Yeah.
He's in that.
Get that
He's in
money,
those
nigga.
movies. That nigga's. He plays him well too. He looks just like that nigga. Plays him really well. But they never figured out why he decided to do it. He just started killing people. And then the craziest part is hospitals didn't want to have shit coming back on them, like lawsuits and shit. So they would just fire the nigga. They wouldn't even report him or anything. Like, yo, somebody just died from this nigga. Y'all seen that he was on duty. There's a spike of insulin. Y'all missing certain amounts of insulin. Like, yo, why wouldn't you report this nigga?
Because as a diabetic nigga, insulin is like deadly to somebody that has a functioning
Too much.
pancreas.
Exactly.
Because
So
like
that's
your
what he was
body
doing.
already filters out the sugar. So if you're putting too much, it's gonna make your body get just like crazy weak, and you're just gonna.
And that's what was happening. Yeah. He basically was killing people slow. It was wild. Wild shit, man. But yeah, go ahead and get into the music. Before we actually get into the music, let's go ahead and say rest in peace to Takeoff.
Yeah, that's sad,
Sad
bro.
shit, bro. Shakur Stevenson, I seen he was down there, man. I hope you all right, brother, because you seen
Just
that shit.
all that violence and
Shit's
shit
wild,
gotta
bro.
stop with us, bro. Like, yo,
Please.
you gotta think, yo, we got so much talent, so much innovation, so much everything.
I guarantee you it's not worth
It's
it.
like, yo, We the only ones doing that though.
Just punch that nigga, man. It's not no reason to
Pop
really
a
shoot that
nigga,
nigga. Like,
argue
just
with a
punch on
nigga,
that
but
nigga
like,
a little
yo.
bit. What are we doing?
But know what, that a deeper dive into that, and I'm not gonna go too crazy. Like the niggas that do shit like that, like off a disagreement, I will fight a nigga or shoot a nigga or anything like that.
It's fear.
You have no mental dexterity. You have no emotional control. You're literally reacting like, honestly, a weak woman would, bro. Like you're just being emotional and not even thinking about the repercussions. Like to kill a nigga off of something minuscule is crazy. You're wild emotional, bro. You think that's tough? That's emotional as shit, yo.
It really is. It's sad, actually.
Bitch ass shit, yo. To be
it's
honest,
fear. It's more fear than anything. So what do they call that? The fight or flight shit. Most people not ready to really rumble, actually tussle with somebody out there. I don't think anybody's really ready for that. So they're gonna shoot you.
I listen to that big sad 1900.
It's sad, bro.
Nah, that shit is sad, yo. We always gotta say rest in peace to yo. And like,
He's only 28, bro.
He was playing track off the his album, his only solo album before. We all rock with him, like genuinely. Like I said, I used to do all my traveling. Like that album was in rotation.
Yeah.
He got like, it was a few songs that was crazy, and I always felt like, and I know people started saying this later, but I always felt like he was the best rapper.
He was definitely
like pure rap. Like his bars was crazy. And with
all the rest of them, they just marketable.
No, and it was dope,
marketable.
They hard too, but
they did their thing.
Takeoff had a certain thing
but like
about
as far
it.
as bars, he was like the best. And it just sucks because everybody said like, not that the other ones. Well, I'll just speak for him. They was like, yo, everybody always noted him as the one that stayed out the way.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's what I was just about to say.
Because
I think what I identified most with him was the fact that he didn't even want to be in the way. This nigga just wanted to really make the music. You could tell. He really didn't want to be at those events and all those functions and interviews and shit that he was going through. He's just like me. Yo. I could see it. Yo. Like those people, all we want to do is just exist for the most part. We don't really want to do too much. Like as a talent that he had, and he definitely showed that. We were able to experience it, fortunately. But 28, lose your life. It's fucking
that's
sad,
a sad
bro.
early
For somebody
expiration.
that's not really trying to be in the way, that really fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Salute to him for and all of them, for that's a legendary group, Migos, y'all. They did some incredible stuff over.
They ushered in a new era.
Yeah. And they was popping from basically our initial part of our adulthood until now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Facts.
they
I remember
played big
when
role
I
in the
first graduated college times, them niggas was running shit. What was that from, like, what year was that? 11 to like 13, 14
basically
or some shit
whenever
like that?
Versace came
It was
out,
bugging
it
out.
was over after that, yo.
They had the raps, they had
The
harmonies.
Versace Melusa had on me like I'm new at. Yo, that shit
They was
was.
calling them the Black Beatles. Yo.
Yes. They had
Nah,
a
they
song.
really
Didn't
went
they do
crazy
a
on
song
that.
with Ray Sherman and them? Wasn't that them too on Black Beatles? That
That
had
was.
the niggas freezing and shit?
That was. I think Quavo at least Offset was on there.
One of them niggas was on that. I know that. On the Black Beatles song.
No,
I
one
gotta
of them
remember
featured
that.
on there for sure.
One of them
I know
niggas was
for a
on Black
fact.
Beatles. Hold on,
Bad
let me
Bougie
find that.
Came out, yo. It took
Bad and
everything by
Bougie went
storm.
crazy, yo.
Everything by storm, yo. Salute.
Nah, yo. The one that slept
Oh,
on
no,
ones,
it was
yo. You always
Gucci
talking
Mane.
about it was that
He's
Rich
right.
Homie Quan, yo.
It
like,
wasn't.
yo.
Matter of fact, let me. Black Beatles had Gucci Mane on.
I'm not
it.
saying
Oh,
I
my
was
fault,
about
my
to say
fault.
it
I
had
ain't them
Gucci.
Eagles.
And I
It
was
did
like, I
have
don't remember
Gucci.
anybody else.
Had Gucci.
Gucci was part of the
I don't listen to shit like that to be honest though. Like just I respect him though.
That girl is a
Bro,
real
nah, I'm
cloud
sorry.
pleaser.
That song was
That song was hard,
That song was
yo.
fire.
Yo,
It was
I
like
want
any
Ray
other-
Sherman back. Where them
If
niggas
you got any
at?
of the functions, that song rung off, yo.
Nigga, I
That's
froze.
hard because Gucci's on that's one of the biggest songs of the last.
I froze in the club, Mike. I was
I
like
feel like-
29.
I
I
feel
was
like-
freezing.
Around that time when they got
my
crazy,
life.
like
That was Ray Sherman though.
the Migos and all
Yeah.
them, like yo, Rich Homie Quan could have been the one, yo. You remember that? You remember that one where yo, every time we went to the bar, that
Live
shit
a
was
lot
on.
of shit just to live this here life.
No, I just wanna check. I just wanna.
Oh, yeah,
check.
yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
that when that beat used to come on, nigga,
I
I was
got
like,
it.
I told y'all, yo.
That was him and Young Thug though. They had a motherfucker.
nigga, when that shit came out, I was like, yo, they about to be next.
Man of the Year is one of my favorite songs of the last decade, yo.
Yeah.
See, y'all may have meant like that song, dumb hard. That was on that mix. I can't think of the name of the mixtape right now.
I think it had that.
It was hard as joint. Man of the Year, I'm feeling what you got, feeling like the man of the year. Yo, Rich Homie, we talk about it, yo. People try to play him. He has.
Oh, I
He might
got
have
it.
said something to some a
don't
certain
know what
group of
happened.
people that upset everyone and they just blackballed him because I don't know why he wouldn't be popular with all them because he fit in that lane well.
There's stories that go around. I don't know.
I don't know every story that
That's
goes
why I
around.
said it. I don't know the truth.
That's why I ain't saying
You
nothing.
feel me?
I've heard few stories on unfortunately why he did.
Yeah, but in reference to what I've been listening to, yo, that we got blessed in the last 2 weeks anyway with music, because Overlord Schools dropped, HBK dropped. I mentioned that last week, but like, yo, we didn't talk about that Cutthroat Bill Volume 1. Like,
You told
everybody
me
like, yo,
You
this
did talk
Kodak,
about
this.
it.
Oh, we
You
talking
told
about
me to
Kodak?
listen to it. Oh, it might have been after the episode.
Nah, it was after the episode.
Yeah, my bad.
But everybody was
I
talking
didn't
about
listen.
this Kodak album where he just trying to get off the label and this, that, the third, and that may be true, but this is a very, very good project. This is the first one, because you know how Kodak shit be like, no disrespect, but it'd be like, I'm just going to rush and drop this shit like right before I get locked up or something. I did some crazy shit and I'm just like, I'm hot right now. I'm just going to get this bread and just get out of there. And this album is like all fire, bro.
It's good.
Top
It's
to
good shit on
bottom,
there, man. He
all
definitely
fire,
did his thing.
bro.
But I knew it was gonna be when you sent me some of those singles that had came out. Walk, that joint that he
Yeah,
ended up
Walk and
releasing.
Spin is
Walk,
crazy.
Walk. That shit hard. Yo. That
Yeah.
shit was hard in general. So I knew it was gonna be tough from there.
Nah, I Can't Sleep the hardest song on there. You know
Nah,
I got
to me,
the
the hardest song is If
I'm
You Ever.
sorry, yo. Well,
If
we
You
all
Ever
got
is the
different
hardest
ones,
song.
because Game from Pluto is crazy.
That's fire too. That's
His
fire too.
second verse on there, there's no verse on the album better than that second verse on that song.
But
No,
I,
it's not. I won't even debate that.
my
He was going
argument
crazy,
is,
yo.
I think I Can't Sleep will be like one of those songs that's completely about some like ultra like negative shit that could be like cast into a movie. I'm getting dope from Miami like I'm a pacer.
Yeah.
Like, yo, and the beat and the doo-doo. And I can't sleep.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that shit
He's
like
tough.
a real country song, yo.
Cutthroat
But
Bill,
like
man.
Negro spiritual. That's a real Negro spiritual, yo.
Game from Pluto remind me of like the Kodak joint like back in the back, like him back
Yeah.
in the back in the day.
The whole
When he
album
was
low key
when he
in
was
that
getting
bag,
it in,
though.
yo, like on his knee, just getting it
Yeah.
in. That nigga was hard with the
I
dance
already knew
moves.
he was hard just from the dance moves he
Yeah.
used to have back in the day. I'm like, yo, nobody dance like that, yo. This nigga.
It remind me of the
No, you remember the shit we had the suit on, yo? He'd just be like straight
Oh,
weird
yeah.
with it, yo. Like,
It remind me of the No Flocking Ever. That's what I was.
yeah. Nah, that nigga hard.
No flocking
And
is
then
still
Hop
hard.
Out Shoot, yo.
That's
To
one of the
this
best rap songs.
day.
Period.
Hop Out
Like,
Shoot.
like,
That's
Hop
gonna
Out-
be at my
Most
wedding.
influential.
I'm playing No Flocking at my wedding.
I'm telling y'all now though, like, it sounds crazy to say because the album is 2 weeks old. That Hop Out Shoot song, shout out to Kamal, because he the one that made me listen to it, because it was a deep cut in that album. Like, it's like the 13th track or some shit like that. That shit is fire, yo. She asked me what I like to do. I told her hop out shoot. Hop out shoot. Yo, that shit be fire, yo. And the beat is crazy, like on some shit TLC would have got on back in the day. He smoked that shit, yo.
Salute to Cutthroat Bill, Volume 1.
Yeah.
So that means Volume 2 coming, right?
I don't
Can't
know,
name
but
shit
it's
Volume
fire.
1 if it's not gonna be another volume. It's gotta be another one.
And it's funny because y'all was talking about Big Sad. Big Sad did drop a track last week. That's
I'm not
because he
gonna lie.
dropped a 4-track EP
course.
this week.
Big
yeah.
Sad always drop.
Yeah,
But,
it's called It's All There, yo.
all
That Big
there.
Sad joint. Yeah. Then another West Coast joint. Y'all ever heard of Blue Bucks Clan?
No.
Yeah, I definitely heard of
I
him.
never
Clan
heard.
Way 3. Fire. And
I'm
they just
surprised.
talking
Who
shit.
them niggas, yo? They not gonna.
Blue
Blue
Bucks
niggas
Clan.
upset, yo. Oh, Blue Bucks Clan.
Blue Bucks Clan, my fault. And then you know my boy Bodie James, he dropped something.
Bodie.
Yo. Yeah, Mr. 1018. Fucking fire.
Okay.
Shout out Roy too and everybody at the shop. Cause they was like, yeah,
Bodie.
Bodie James one
Bodie
of the
hard.
ones, yo.
Yeah, Bodie
they never
hard.
giving me credit. They be
Bodie
like, yo,
been
Mike,
hard.
you just like shit
Hard.
that's underground, yo, that nobody don't know about. I'm like, they was like, nah. They was giving him like Pusha T comparisons and like the drug dealer rappers that are really good at rapping, you know.
Yeah. I do want to give a shout out on some of the things I was actually listening to too.
Allegedly,
Were you done?
sorry.
Allegedly.
Were you done
Allegedly.
on your music tip?
I got one last thing, but it's
Oh,
so
go ahead,
random.
go ahead.
Well, this is from like 07. I was in my what was Boosie's camp called? Trill Fam?
I don't remember. It was Trill something.
Well, anyway, the nigga Fox Emilio out of
Trill
there,
ENT,
yo.
I think.
I've been bumping that fucking song with him and T-Pain. It was from an album called Street Gossip in 2007. It's called Bounce It. You know that joint? The way you riding down that pole. Bounce
yeah,
it,
yeah,
bounce
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit's
yeah.
still hard.
I forgot about
Bounce
that
it,
shit.
Bounce it. Yo, that shit hard, yo.
Yo, Boosie was tough. Though.
He definitely got
had some fucking tough
the strip club T-Pain single, yo.
He'd be hilarious online. He's a funny motherfucker.
That was Fox Emilio, though. I don't know their relationship now, but that shit was
true.
hard.
That's true. They might not be rocking with each other.
I don't even care, honestly. I could care less.
That's how I know you. I know you from Boosie.
Yeah. I could care less, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as the shit I was listening to, definitely had that Cutthroat Bill Volume 1 coming up through in there. I went back and actually listened for, especially since we had him through last week.
Jordan
Bryant's Not For Nothing. The shit steps with him and his brother, yo.
He's so nice.
I want these niggas.
You gotta listen to that All Day track, though.
These niggas is crazy. This album,
Day
even
is
the
crazy.
first track on there where it's got like that Baltimore clip that's in there, I don't know what that is. Is that them talking?
Zay, what is the a nigga ain't violent till police come track, yo? Give me that off top, yo, because that shit is fire, yo. That beat is crazy.
Like I said, I was there for the release video, the short film release joint. One of the best hip hop moments at the Compound in Baltimore. It was lit. The song is fire.
Yeah.
He just dope, yo.
Cooking.
Appreciate him coming
Keep
through.
cooking.
The shit y'all did was, we can only thank y'all for
Yeah.
coming through on that
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? It was
Thank you,
humbling
guys.
for us because we did.
Thank you, guys.
One, I didn't realize the stature of people that I had in the room when I was here, so I was just really having a good conversation with you. Like I didn't even know and shit. So it was awesome to actually go through that with y'all, man. Like.
Tough guys.
And y'all
Tough
can rap,
guys.
man.
Tough
Keep
bros.
going. And
Tough
I saw,
bros.
like he
Legendary
said,
bros.
we waiting.
Legendary bros.
I'm going to keep watching that. I don't know what the
I think
11-11
Jordan Bryant,
means,
yo,
but I'm going to keep
11-11,
waiting.
yo. I saw him posted. I'm like,
What day does that fall
That seems
on?
like a
Hold on.
song might be coming out.
Yeah, that's Friday, too.
I need to know.
I'm waiting.
Fuck around, give us an EP, because I seen he was tapping in for the features too. So you never know, yo. He home, shagging and dragging. Do your thing, broski.
Yeah.
I love it.
Smino, Love for Rent. That's another one that I was continuing to listen to. That actually came out, I think, the week before last week.
I like that. Is that the song you played earlier?
Yeah, that was one of the songs
I like
that I
that
played
song.
off that. The
What
whole
was it?
joint is
Old,
tough.
what? Old Kendrick
Old ass
Lamar?
Kendrick.
Old ass Kendrick. Yeah, that was hard.
Old ass Kendrick is tough, yo. That's one of my favorite songs on there.
Tough.
But it's all
You spelled it
tough
OLE.
shits. Yeah.
Because I was confused because I typed old on the
He's
YouTube
from
music and it
St.
would come
Louis, I
up.
think. I believe he's from St. Louis. If
Tough.
I'm not mistaken. So from same Nelly, but he's way better than Nelly.
Yeah.
Fuck Nelly. Do you think, being that all of the stuff that's been going on social media, I'm not going to really dive in on what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Westside Gunn decided to just put 10 instead of the rest of it on there for that reason?
Nah, Hitler Wears Hermes 10 is fire, nigga.
But it's called 10 on this shit.
Yo. Did you hear the song where he got him and then like the
shit
junkie
is hard.
on there?
The shit is hard
He
as
got
fuck.
a real fiend rapping
You
for like
told me.
2 minutes on the track.
You was the one that told
and
me to listen to
freestyled
this.
that shit like, yo, it's an old video he recorded like a year
Westside
ago.
Pootie on there. I love hearing Westside Pootie grow up.
Shit,
yo.
fire,
Talking
bro.
shit. Oh, she got a Lambo. She
Yeah.
like 14, nigga. Like,
Yo,
this
who
is
was
awesome.
the internet nigga that said, told him hit the sherm, then he hit the worm? Yo, that's how shit be, yo.
Nah, it's just tough.
He hard,
Shit is
yo.
tough as hell.
Cause sonically, he hears the beats,
But
yo.
do you think he named it 10 for that
Yeah.
reason? Okay.
Yeah, because you could get
That's an
canceled
answer.
quick and not even be racist or anything.
seen a lot of
Yo,
it.
you could get canceled quick, like
We done seen a lot of it.
yeah, like he just trying to rap it and get his bag. Yo,
Salute
he
to
come
them
from the
niggas.
trenches.
K and
He
K.
come from the trenches.
I just
never
call him
put that on no
K&K.
nigga.
That's
I
it.
never put that on nobody that's black. Yo, the nigga just want to make a song, and them tapes was coming out way before all this stuff was going on. So like, he's definitely not a petty person. He made it 10 to accommodate to people, and you know,
So
I respect it. It's a hard album.
I wanted to check with Zay on something. You fuck with Division?
Absolutely.
Did you like that
album
last
was
album?
toxic, yo.
I did not like that
It's
shit.
a lot.
I liked it, but it's toxic.
That album is buns. Yo.
No, it's not.
It's not my favorite division album.
It's not Buns though.
It's good. It's a good album.
It's not Buns though.
I gotta go back
Rich,
and
you
listen.
gotta give it
It's
another.
not
I gotta go
Buns
back
though.
and listen, yo. It's
It's a
two
good
tracks I
album.
like.
Cause I listened to it. It was a song I
It's not my
literally
favorite
posted.
division album, but it's a good album.
If I post something on my Insta
You know what
story,
it
I like
is?
the project. That shit was fire.
I'm gonna go back and harken back to what Jarrell was saying. I'm just too old, yo. So certain things when I hear like the content itself, I can't identify with that shit. So to me, it's like this shit sounds dumb because
No,
a lot of the shit that they go through is because they did it. All you had to do was be real with the joint. It's not hard. It's not a difficult decision to make. Just be real with it. Tell her, yo, I just want to smash, and she'll be like, I'm cool with it or not. It's not difficult.
You gotta
It's not hard.
You gotta understand, everybody.
I'm not gonna speak on it, yo. You know, it's a case by
I'm just
case
saying.
for everybody.
It really is, yo.
I don't think so.
It's a case by
I
case
think
for everybody.
it boils down to one thing, and I'm not. Again, I don't gotta keep expounding on it. I don't want to do that.
No,
'Cause
I'm
that could
silent.
really
You
bring
know,
up
I'm
some
silent
things.
on these topics.
But for me, personally, just be real, nigga. Like, yo, it's just, to me, it just seems like it's a logical thing. But again, I'm not going to do that.
Men and
I'll
women,
listen again.
in some situations, they want their cake and they not decisive.
That's
yet,
cool.
and they want their
But you
cake
can't
and
get
eat it
mad
too.
at that point.
You can't. But everybody
If
doesn't
you
hold
get caught
themselves
in that
accountable.
moment, you got caught in that moment. You knew what the fuck you was doing.
But everyone doesn't hold themselves accountable. Accountability is lacking in all ranges in life in this generation.
Not for me.
Like if you do some shit like let's say like God forbid we have a scenario and one of us come in harm's way and y'all two are healthy and y'all see I'm really injured and somebody records that and says some crazy shit. If you get punched in the face, you can't play victim. But nobody holds themselves accountable. Because there's a lot of infractions that just go on these days. And I'm not going to go too crazy on it, but like, you should be slapped in the face. It was a time where you would get your ass beat for that. So it's just like, I just drop back.
Would be like one of the biggest things that's an issue now is, and now we kind of like doing a deep dive off the side, but like shame.
Yeah.
Has slipped. People used to have shame.
Yeah.
People don't have as much shame now.
Yeah.
Like having some, you should be like, man, I look crazy doing that.
Yeah. Because a
That's
real
not crazy
individual
anymore.
will see they're wrong, but like most people weren't raised with accountability.
You gotta really sit with that shit, man. Just go sit down for a minute.
Folks don't hold themselves accountable.
I mean, you could really be fucked up. You might have really been the one that... I've been the one that fucked up. But I'm not going to sit up here and chastise her for that shit.
But it's all about accountability. I wouldn't either. And you know damn well I've been in those scenarios, but I've never been like, oh, this person is wrong for being a person that lives
Why
their
would you
life.
leave me, yo? Like, I mean,
Like,
I was,
nah.
you know what I mean? Like, nigga.
But a lot of niggas lack accountability and emotional dexterity, which we go back to, and a lot of people have tendencies that you shouldn't have. So it is what it is.
Is it really accountability, or is it just you understanding that you can't control everything?
It's more so just
Once you
holding
really,
yourself accountable in everything in life.
in my mind, personally, I don't know if this is going to work for everybody, but once you really sit down and you realize that you can't control everything, there's certain things that are completely out of your control. I don't give a fuck how long you've been dealing with whatever the situation is. Certain things you can't control. So when certain situations happen for me, I'm able to sit with it, hold the emotions for a second, really rectify, and then realize, that wasn't anything I could really control.
Yeah.
They felt like doing that. And then I'm there. I'm there with it every time. But I have tools that other people don't have.
And it's also, it goes back to the accountability piece. Like with me, it's not, you don't always have the help.
But
the
I don't
upper hand.
I don't like the word accountability because
accountability.
that would then mean that you would have to hold the. Do you mean them or you mean the person that maybe?
I'm saying it's
How do you mean
accountability
accountability?
within yourself. Because you know for a fact. It's scenarios where I've been Chicken George as well.
Yes, everybody's been chicken.
I've never been like, yo, I'm going to go be at her door and beat her up. I'm going to just cut shorty off. Like, yo, you didn't
Never
like
hear
me
from me
like
again.
that.
You'll never hear from me again.
It's not that
I don't
deep.
have an issue with that.
It's accountability again, because it's like looking in the mirror and be like, this, and this variable happened. And
Exactly.
I see this, what's
See,
actually
that's what
happening.
I start doing
and
when I get
choose
emotional.
from
When I
there.
start feeling the emotions coming, I then go ahead and do that right
gotta
there.
peep
I
how
do
a
a breakdown.
motherfucker
All
move.
right, let me see what happened.
And it's not gender
shit.
bias.
I
It's
probably
male
should
or
have peeped
female.
that. You know, to the game.
Male
You
or
can't
female,
get mad after
male
that
or
shit.
female, you gotta just peep shit for what it is.
It's a sick world. I wish more people were.
Yeah, well, before we dive too deep, we always gotta say rest in peace to Big Reese.
Yes,
We got
indeed, man.
episode 234 Coach Class Pod.
Drum. It was hilarious seeing you upset with Drake, yo. I don't know why you were upset with Drake because I didn't listen to Drake's album yet, but it was so fucking funny. It's still got to be from the Cha Cha shit, right? It's got to be from that track,
I didn't
right?
really see anything because I didn't listen to the album yet either. And but I heard it was definitely because he spit a bar. Apparently, I haven't listened to it, but apparently it was one. Drake always doing.
It was Hotline Bling. You remember Hotline Bling?
Yeah,
and that shit
Hotline
came out around the same time. I like to cha-cha and then Hotline Bling and shit. And they have a similar
The
kind
only
of...
bad thing about Drake is he does it better. Cause like, yo, Hotline Bling was a really good song.
No, I like the cha-cha was
I like
fire,
the
yo.
cha-cha better.
I like the cha-cha
that
was
too.
fire, yo. I feel like that was better, yo.
Yo,
In
I guarantee you. No,
Nigga,
that song
was
was
hard,
a great
yo.
song as well. But if Hotline Bling comes on 20 years from now and that drum comes on 20 years from now, they both gonna shake off the same. They both gonna shake off the same.
No, well, I'm telling you, it's because it's Drake. And
Ever since I met the city,
I don't know.
And yo,
Yeah, oh, you
Hotline
might
Bling-
be right. Now that you just said, as soon as you did that, fuck that nigga drum. Drum was tight.
That shit was hard,
Hotline
nigga.
Bling is not whack. But I personally, I like the cha-cha.
Yeah, I like the cha-cha
it
was
was-
hard, nigga.
It was
And I
Drum
heard him
was
do it
hard,
live.
yo.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Even the
Coach
DMV
Class
too.
Podcast listeners, let us know if you like that drum. I like the cha-cha or Drake Hotline Bling better. I need to know because those are both
Apparently,
classics.
What the reason he was mad?
They both classics on the low. Like,
It's
I'm
'cause
like,
I-
and I don't even like shit like
They
that, but
both
that shit
fire.
is
They both
fire.
yo.
The reason he was mad, Drum was mad allegedly. I don't know. Again, I haven't really listened to the
I
album.
said, ever since I left the city, you.
Drake spit a bar about him.
From what I seen,
Okay.
it was a subliminal. You had to.
It was something about.
I didn't listen to it yet, but I saw the.
I think he got beat up at some point or when he was around Drake, but he got beat up by Drake's security.
Drake beat up
No,
Drum?
no, it was
Oh,
Drake's
I
security.
was fucking with
And
y'all.
Drum-
I was fucking with y'all. Y'all
Salacious,
some
salacious.
clickbait niggas. Y'all some clickbait niggas.
Yo, Drum was on the
Niggas
live.
gonna have a segment where just say that
Yo,
one
let me
second.
find that. I can't find it right now. We were supposed to close it out a minute ago. But Drum was on live mad. He was like, you mean I ran down on him? But the nigga had his security start pummeling me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, give me the one-on-one.
Well, it's
I'm gonna say every
It's
since
his
I left the
security,
city,
nigga. Like, what
you.
Fam, what you expect my security to do? If shit start getting spicy around me, I expect my security to pummel that shit. That's what I expect. They did that.
Low key, it's crazy. Y'all got me in my mind.
Accountability. That go back to that again, yo.
Yeah.
You gotta be accountable for running up on Drake. You was wilding.
And all the popular gimmicky tracks from Drake actually do stand the test of time, yo. Cause know what randomly came up on my algorithm from like 5 years ago.
I might listen to Hotline
That,
Bling on the way
what was
home,
that? What was
actually.
that? What was that? What was that shit, yo? Was that on the same album, yo? That Kiki, do you love me?
No.
Are you riding?
No, that was on
Oh, that shit is fire still. That came on the other day. I was cleaning the crib. I was like,
Ozzy
want you.
Ooh, Ozzy
Ozzy. Cause I'm down for
Where's
you
the Ozzy
always.
Ozzy? The rooftop.
Rooftop
situation.
Salute to Marvin because it's not here anymore.
Stacy,
They didn't
do
even
you
open like
love
some of the other
me?
joints.
Yo,
That makes me
yo, he's
sad
the
about
only nigga that
Marvin,
can
yo.
sing those shit.
I can't
yo.
believe Marvin's
Tax money,
closed down,
yeah.
yo.
Yeah,
Got it,
and that
got
beat
it.
started hitting.
Salute to New Orleans. The New Orleans niggas know what to do with that bounce shit.
And I want to say, salute the drum, all this blah blah. That last album he had when he had used his real name Shelly, but he's back to drum now, I believe. That's one of my favorite albums of the last at least 3 years.
Nah,
That
he actually
album
had
is-
heat though.
No, that album's not good. That album is fire.
Your drum tough. Drum
He's
is tough.
dog. Like he's like that. Like
I'm not hip.
These
yo.
are all jokes,
I'm gonna tap
Drum,
in
yo.
with
Don't
Lee.
get
I'm gonna
mad
tap
at
in
me.
with Lee and let y'all know next episode.
It was just very funny seeing Drum complain about security doing their job. That was what was funny to me. I mean, the security did what the fuck they were supposed to do.
Like,
Salute the drum.
do you really think you could run up on a nigga like Drake or something like
Nigga.
that though? Like this nigga been popping for like 12 years.
A
or some
large
shit now.
majority of my
He
fucking
generated
life.
Too much money for
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 years plus.
You just gotta hold that, bro. He took it.
Yo,
Hotline
you
Bling.
remember when Young Money first hit, yo, when Lil Wayne was the guy? Like,
Nigga had a sweater
Drake
on in the
came
video.
and swept that shit.
Big fuzzy sweater on. I like when that Hotline Bling.
That's just funny. Me one thing.
You know what I mean?
That shit sound like
since I
Super
hit the
Mario and
city,
shit.
you.
Sound like something on the old Super Mario.
Yo, Drum was probably so mad. Yo, I know he was so
smoked
mad.
it more than
yo.
him, yo. He was like, "Oh, this nigga on this. I'm about to make it
That's
better."
why I
nigga.
was laughing
I'm not
so
gonna say
fucking
it's
hard,
better,
though.
They're both classics, dog.
equal,
They're
yo.
great songs. Salute, they made 2 great songs.
Definitely equal.
made
I
two
give him
great
equal.
songs.
Yeah.
Because I can't say it's better either. But close it out again.
Yeah, we
gotta give
always
it
gotta say rest in peace to Big Reese. Episode 234, Coach Class Pod. Like, rate, subscribe. We appreciate all the listeners.
We see them likes.
Yeah, tap in
we
with
see
Lee.
the views. Try
The
to get them to
views.
match them likes, man.
Yeah. Match the likes, yo. If you really like it, it's not on no weird shit. It's
It's
just
one
helping
click.
us
That little
propel
thumbs up button.
our endeavor to the next level. So just let us get in there, man. Come on.
Get us in that
Get us in that
algorithm.
algorithm, man.
We need to be in that algorithm.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all.
They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life. They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life.